Hey guys, welcome to another cigar review. I was out and about today and I had this thing on my mind, so I thought I'd come back and before the sun sets do a review for you. This is the Arturo Fuente Casa Cuba Flora Fina. This size, I believe they call this a Doble Cuatro. It's 4.5 by 54. As you can see on the wrapper, I believe this is the only Arturo Fuente cigar out there that doesn't actually say Arturo Fuente or Fuente somewhere on the ring. The look of the cigar itself is a chocolatey brown. It's kind of a dry look on the wrapper. It looks like we have a triple cap here. And a little bit about the stick itself. You have a Ecuador Havana wrapper, along with a Dominican, Cuban seed Dominican long filler and binder. This is a nice looking stick. I don't really know a ton about it, so I don't have a large expectation for flavor profile or anything like that. This was given to me as a gift as part of an Arturo Fuente promotion. Not even really sure how readily available these are as of now, but you know, gonna give it a cut here and get it lit and go from there. I'm excited to try this and see what it presents. So before I light this up, let's just give it a smell. Smell some sweet tobacco. Maybe a little bit of that barnyard scent, but definitely sweet tobacco. I cut it. Nice, seems like a nice easy draw off the unlit cut. Get a little bit of hay on that unlit draw as well. Alright, so let's light it, see what we got. Alright, so just off the light, really dark tobacco flavor, some pepper in there. A little bit of spice, a little spicy pepper, good smoke output. Medium to full body right now, easily. It's a lot. Staying long on the tongue, kind of a nice dark, charred tobacco taste on the tongue, really long. Good smoke output. Mostly I'm getting the dark charred output. Okay, I got a motorcycle, an airplane, and sirens. So I'm going to get back to you guys in a second here and see what we have. Okay, so as I was saying, you have a dark charred taste in there. I'd say maybe charred wood. It's kind of a wood taste in there, along with that pepper and a little bit of sweetness. Quite long on the tongue. But as it dissipates, it's not bitter or dark. As it dissipates, it almost kind of sweetens out a little bit. A little bit of sweet hay in there. I get that a lot in cigars. I find a hay flavor in a lot of things. So again, we're just at the tip here, so I'm going to get this, let this heat up and burn a little bit here, and get back to you in the first third and see if any of that changes. And even already, it seems like some of that really heavy, dark spice and dark wood at the very beginning has come down just a little bit already. So we'll see what it turns into here. Okay, so I guess I'm about maybe 10 minutes in here. So hold on to this ash. Just to kind of recap, even though with editing's not that long ago for you, the peppery spice I was getting, I could narrow it down to maybe like a cayenne pepper. It really filled my mouth, and it had like a sweet kind of spicy pepper taste. I would say like cayenne, which I love in my food. Since then, this thing has come all the way down from a medium full to a mild. This is super mild right now, and what I'm getting off of it at this point, sweet tobacco, Mostly sweet tobacco, a little bit of hay. I'll see if I can pull a little bit of flavor profile out on that. Initially, in the beginning, it was really dry. It doesn't seem quite as dry right now, but it's not like creamy or oily or anything like that. It's still pretty dry cigar. The ash looks pretty good. It's getting good combustion out of it. No dark spots, no veins in the fillers, it seems. Everything looks really nice. I think the goal here was obviously to have a Cuban-style cigar. That's the Cuban seed binder and filler and the design and the way it's rolled. So far, great performance, and I'm really enjoying it as a mild cigar right now, a mild kind of sweet cigar. Totally different from what it started out as, which was kind of interesting. That full mouth, long feel on the tongue and in the mouth is diminished. Now it's kind of really short in the mouth. So as I get closer to the halfway point, we'll see what we have. And yeah, so far so good. Okay, so just wanted to quick make a little notation here. It's really holding this ash well. As you can see, I'm tapping this thing. It really wants to hang on, which means probably they used really nice long fillers in there. But I'm getting a really cool draw off of this, almost to the point where I feel like I should ash it on purpose because I don't want to have any trouble with tunneling or anything like that. Not saying it is, but we'll find out here in a second. So I'm just going to ash this. I'm just going to wipe this ash off. And wow, look at beautiful cone. That's what you want to see. Very nice. So I'm getting a great construction out of this. Razor burn, razor sharp. Wonderful cone there. And it's consistent with that sweet tobacco. Really nice sweet tobacco, light. I'm enjoying this. I gotta tell you, I'm enjoying this so far. Wasn't sure what to expect, but I mean, you know, Arturo Fuente. They're doing their thing. So I'm gonna continue this thing and see where it goes. And yeah, catch you in a few. I'd say it's about midway point, so we'll see what happens when we get down to the band, if it changes at all. So I'm really only about a half hour in. I took the band off because I got down to the band point. When I did, a little bit of the wrapper came undone. It's not a big deal. I just kind of pushed it back down and it's holding together. I don't know if there was some glue on there or if it just, or what happened there. I don't know if you could see that, but so far it's fine. As far as the flavor, I mean, the burn's still razor sharp. Getting a really beautiful ash on this thing. Still light, still mild. Just in that last draw, maybe a little bit of that sweetness has diminished, just a little bit. It's not really getting hot, but I think it's getting to a point around this band point where I can taste a change in the stick, and it may be that once I get a few more draws out of this, it might change because of the heat on the tobacco burning inside there. But it's still enjoyable. It's still mild. It's still has hints of that sweetness. Yeah, that sweet tobacco and a little bit of hay is still in there. It's very good. And like I said, I'm enjoying this. So far, really no complaints. Keep going, and as long as there's light, hopefully you guys can see me. And we'll see what we have in the last third here. So it got to about 2 inches of ash again, so I ashed it. Again, another beautiful cone. But in doing so, it did heat up the draw. I don't know if it was that alone, but I'm also getting down, you know, pretty far at the end here. And the flavor profile has really changed. Sometimes, I've mentioned this before, I get like a milky kind of flavor in there, which I don't always enjoy. I don't know if it's the heat of the tobacco or what happens, if it's a burn, something with burn inside the stick. That wavered. It's not really prominent in this stick. I've had it in other sticks where I've kind of like said, that's enough. But as far as this flavor profile changing right now, as I hit the end here, there's a little bit of that sweetness in there still, but it's gotten dark. It's come back to that kind of like dark wood. With hints of that sweet tobacco in there. So it's gone a little bit back towards what the beginning of the stick was, but not quite as peppery or spicy, and it's definitely longer on the tongue again now. I think I'll probably take a couple more draws in this and say that's enough. Overall, I've really enjoyed this stick. The construction was tremendous. Great burn, great performance. Started out as a medium full, came down to a mild. Started out with some dark wood, cayenne pepper, and then it came down into a sweet tobacco hay in the middle. And then right past the band, it came back up. A little bit of sweetness diminished, came back up here towards the end to some dark, kind of burnt wood tones. Great smoke output. Still some sweetness in there, still a little sweet hay in there. It also kind of depends how long I let that smoke roll around on my tongue. If I take a short draw like that, I definitely have the sweetness. If I take a longer draw and hold it in there, I get some of those dark tongues rolling around on my tongue. The middle was shorter on the tongue. The beginning and the end, staying on the tongue a little longer. But overall, I give this thing a thumbs up. You know, I had a good experience with it, and yeah, I'd suggest that if you can get your hands on these, grabbing one or a couple, and enjoy it. I think it's a pretty good anytime cigar. And alright guys, well, thanks for watching. Again, if you have any questions or comments, things I didn't answer for you, please feel free to drop a comment below, and I'll see if I can answer for you. In the meantime, happy smoking, and I'll see you next time.